I bet there's a lot of you pleased to see this. Regen Rovers is officially returning on Football Manager 2019, unless something drastic happens like I die, which I guess is possible, but hopefully that doesn't happen, because I really want to do another Regen Rovers series. This is a bit of deja vu, I know, because a few days ago I released a video pretty much saying the same thing. However, I was only 99% certain that I would do it, and now I'm 100% certain, unless I die. In that video a few days ago, I did ask you guys to fill in a survey, and it was very useful. It really was, because it's given me a lot of feedback. It's enabled me to make some plans and decide a few things about the series. But today's video, I need your feedback again. I want this series to be amazing, and I want to get all the preparation done properly before we start the series. Of course, it's not until November that Football Manager 2019 is going to be released, and it will probably be a week or so after the official release of the game that the game will go live, because I'm going to be creating Regen Rovers using the proper pre-game editor rather than the Create a Club feature this time around. It gives us a bit more scope to mould the club how I want it to be. So over 1,300 of you responded to the survey. Thank you so much for your responses. Lots of people in the comment section said they want to see the return of Regen Rovers as well. Loads of people have been tweeting me. I've been tweeting a lot. You're missing out if you're not following me on Twitter. So make sure you go and follow me, because I'm making decisions on there. There's little polls every now and then. I can't make a video for every single decision, but today's video is the key decisions, really. And also, you have the opportunity to win a copy of Football Manager 2019. But as you can see, loads of people did watch the first series, but there was a lot of you not around for then. Of course, there's loads of people that have subscribed since the series finished. If you haven't watched the first series, please go and check that out, or maybe just watch the odd video here and there so you can get a taste. But plenty of people actually watched to the end of the series as well, which was pleasing to see. And over, 92.1% of you actually want me to bring Regen Rovers back. And that was a question you all had to respond to, even if you hadn't watched the first series. So there's loads of you that didn't watch the first series that would actually like to see this. So you're enticed. That video was enticing enough to bring it back. So that's very pleasing indeed. Most of you actually said you don't mind if we base the club elsewhere, and I think that's a key point. Regen Rovers, I know I based it in Reigate in Surrey in the first series, but that wasn't a massive part of the series. The thing about the new series is we're going to have the same name, Regen Rovers, for the club, but pretty much everything is going to be new, but with a dash of nostalgia from the first series. So I'm going to base the club in Winchester. That is one decision I have finally made. It was between the likes of Chelmsford, where I grew up, where I was born and raised. It was also Eastleigh, where I live now. Southampton could have been an option. I've lived there. There are a few other options as well. And of course, there was the possibility of basing them abroad. And that is something I'd like to do in the future. I think Regen Rovers can kind of almost be like a franchise. It's just a name that I use for a club, and we base it in various places. The long-term aim is for this to be, a big thing for my channel over the next few years, and we have Regen Rovers. Firstly, it's going to be, the first series was like a pilot, like I've already explained. This series is kind of like the first, hopefully the big one, like the first one that I pushed that hard, but this would be the first one with everything, the full package. Everything from the start is organised. With the pilot series, I sort of learned as I went along. We added things in as I went along. But yeah, Winchester's going to be the location for this second series, kind of like the first proper series, I suppose. And then possibly in the future we might do one in Germany, we might do one in Spain, maybe South America. There's different options. They might be shorter series, but there's a possibility that could happen. Scotland as well, I guess. There's various places, but for now we're going to base it in Hampshire. Winchester, the county town of Hampshire, great little city. The reason for this, there's a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's actually the place that I got married. It's a place that's dear to my heart for my wife and I, so a little bit soppy there. Secondly, it doesn't really have a football team. I think there's a small one, but it's a city, and it doesn't really have a well-known football club. I'm not entirely sure which division the Winchester team plays in, but yeah, they're not great. So I think it's a good place to have a team. If you look here, Winchester City FC, they play in the Southern League. So I don't even know which division that is, but it's pretty low down. That's all I'm going to say. The colours, red and black, green and black. But that's kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really matter that there is already a club based there, but because they're a really small team. Even if they were a big team, it wouldn't matter massively. But I want it to be in Winchester for those reasons. Funnily enough, you may have noticed on Twitter and social media, during the World Cup, Ousmane Dembele, the French player, actually created a club on Football Manager 2018 and based them in Winchester. And he wanted to get a South American atmosphere from the people of Winchester, which I found quite funny. But this team, Regen Rovers, based in Winchester, it's going to be a team for Hampshire, another team to rival Southampton and Portsmouth, hopefully. That's the aim anyway. So that's the first big decision I've made today. I literally made it just before starting to record this video. I was on the fence, but yeah, we've gone with Winchester. This is very close. This is almost like Brexit, in fact. I am going to be changing the logo. As I said, Regen Rovers is kind of like a franchise now. It's going to the name for the club, but we'll base it in different places. And with that, there will be change. There will be a change to the colours. Those of you that follow me on Twitter will know all about those colours. We'll discuss them in a bit. But yes, there's a chance to win Football Manager 2019 surrounding this logo, and also something to do with shirts, kits, that sort of thing. But stick around for that. I know I'm blabbering a bit, but I just want to explain things properly so you know why I'm making these decisions. There's a lot of you interested in buying a football shirt, which is what I will talk about later. Patreon, there's a few of you that would be willing to support me through Patreon. There's already 2 people that have actually pledged. I've set up the Patreon. It's all ready to go now. I don't think there's going to be any more changes to the different reward tiers. But there's things like you can have a regen named after you, a youth academy player after the first season named after you, for example. There's different pledges there. Some are just sort of little thank yous, and you get access to Discord and access to private Patreon stuff. But the key thing, I will do a separate video about Patreon, by the way, later in the month or start September. But the key thing for Patreon really is you don't have to. If you don't have any money, don't worry, because everything's going to be free. All the videos will be free. I'm going to be doing regular episodes, which are free. I'm going to be doing extra videos on the side of regular episodes, which will be free as well on YouTube, the usual way. It's just if you'd like to say thank you, if you'd like to get a little bit more involved in the series, then there is that option for Patreon. Like I've said before, it might one day enable me to do this sort of thing full time. That's still a big might, though. The next thing we need to discuss are the kits. The Regen Rovers colours will change. We will still have green for the 3rd kit for the first season in memory of that first series, and that's something you can get involved with. But the home kit's going to be black and gold to fit in with Golden FM. The colours of the channel have always been black and gold. I've kind of gone for this type of gold rather than sort of the very yellowy gold of my logo, so I might change the logo there. Now, Golden FM as a sponsor is something people have been asking about when I've posted this on Twitter. Now, ideally, we would have something like Football Manager or something else entirely, and that's what we will have for the actual YouTube series. But a lot of you would like to buy a shirt. There was a lot of you that wanted to buy a shirt in the first series. I just didn't know what to do about it, other than trying to print them all myself, which would have just been terrible. But I think there's ways. There is a company out there, like I've mentioned before, who create kits for content creators. I will approach them once I've got some kits ready and see if they'd be willing to make them, and then you can buy them yourself. So we'd have a home, away and 3rd shirt, hopefully. It obviously wouldn't be the shorts and socks, just the shirt. That would be a bit weird, going for the full kit look. This is still work in progress. I haven't fully decided on this, but I'm pretty sure I want quite a simple home kit look, just sort of black with gold collar and what are these called? The arm bits, cuffs, something like that. That's what I'm going for. It wouldn't be a Nike logo, of course, but the reason why we need a Golden FM sponsor, I can't really get them made and have a real life company on there, because I don't think that would be allowed unless I contacted them, unless Football Manager themselves wanted to sponsor them or something like that, like they've done with #United. And of course there will be the new Regen Rovers logo here as well. So it is all work in progress. I've actually worked on the away kit a bit more. There's a few options, and I did do a little poll on Twitter, which some of you got involved in, but I've made 4 away kits. I'm thinking white with black and gold. That's my thinking at the moment. This was quite popular, but the two most popular is actually this one with sort of this black sort of, I don't even know what to call it. I have no idea what it's called, but yeah, this black block here, a little black line, gold cuff, gold collar. This was the most popular, just about a sash. People like that. So what I'm thinking is a simple home kit, for those of you that just like a simple design, and then those of you that like something a bit fancy, a little bit of a sash across, gold sash, that would be the away kit. That's my thinking, with a little sponsor just underneath the crest. Someone actually said that Man City had this in 2009/10 season with the little sponsor underneath the crest, which I think is nice because a lot of people don't like sponsors, do they? So that's an option. This was the other one. Oh, that wasn't so popular. And then I also thought if we wanted to go over the top and all gold look, it's almost a bit like the Australia kit actually. But yeah, I mean, that is an option. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on those. But I'm thinking that sash as the away kit. It is all work in progress, but once I've finalised everything, then hopefully we'll have the option to actually buy some, which would be amazing, and possibly even before the series starts. Now that brings me on to the third kit, which I have already said will be green, just like the first series. And the reason for that is I know a lot of people wanted a Regen Rovers shirt from the first series, and I thought if we make the third kit for the first season green with the possibly of the original logo as well, then a lot of you might be interested in purchasing that as well. And then after that, perhaps the third kit would change. It might be all gold, like we saw before. The old gold one could be a goalkeeper kit as well, although I don't think we'd sell that. Or it could be a completely different colour entirely, or a different design. But I think that's the best thing for the first season of this series anyway. So this is an example, and there's plenty of examples of what we did, of what you guys designed for me back then. Now, this is the first competition, the first chance to win Football Manager 2019. Design a new third kit for me on Photoshop, and I haven't decided if I will decide what the best one is or you guys. I might do a poll. We will see. But yeah, there's plenty of options. This was quite nice actually. It's an all green look. But yeah, get creating, guys. Those of you that are creative have the opportunity to win a copy of FM19. Now, what I would like you to send me is the Photoshop file, just so I can change things around. If I need to change the manufacturer depending on who makes it, I might want to change the logo to the new logo, or change the colours of it a bit, or change the sponsor. You can put whatever sponsor you want on the front, but at the end of the day, I'm probably going to have to change it to Golden FM for if we do sell it. Of course, for YouTube purposes, for when I put the graphics into the game, that doesn't matter. We can have something fancy on here. We could have Jack Young Plumbing as an option even, couldn't we? Or something real, like Football Manager or Coca-Cola, whatever. In the description below, I have put links to the old Regen Rovers logo, the PNG file, and also the Golden FM logo PNG file, if you want to put them on the front and use them. But yes, if you can send me the Photoshop file via email, I've put the email address in the description below. I'm going to have to set a deadline for this. I'm going to say the end of August. If you can get it sorted by the end of August, that would be fabulous. That gives you, over 2 weeks. So hopefully that's plenty of time to create something. There are templates out there which you just need to change. That's what I've done. I've used templates. I'll put a link to a video, a Football Manager YouTuber that does all of this sort of stuff and is always creating kits on Twitter. So you can watch that. And that might be useful for those of you that don't really know Photoshop. But yeah, if you want to get involved with that, then that would be amazing. We really did have some nice kits back then, didn't we? They were beautiful. That's quite snazzy, I must say, but I quite like it. But there's so many of you guys that got involved in this in the first series. You'll be pleased to know there's only one really big thing to discuss now, and that is the logo. The Regen Rovers logo will change. I've already said that would happen. And it's going to be gold and black, maybe a bit of white in there as well. And this is the other way you can win a copy of Football Manager 2019. Design me a logo. The best one, the one that we all decide is best, will be the club logo at the start of the series. And I'll give you a copy of FM19. They will be digital copies, by the way. I'll send you a code which you can then activate through Steam in the usual way. I think we'll have the same deadline for that, end of August, 31st of August. Send them to me by then. email me the Photoshop file as well. That would be fantastic. A few people did jump the gun a little bit. This one is by Matipisiert. Because I've been hyping it up so much on Twitter, people have been sending me kits, people have been sending me logos and various things, which is just wonderful. I'm glad there's so many of you really excited about this. This is actually really nice. He's actually used the Chelmsford coat of arms. Unfortunately, it's not going to be based in Chelmsford, but it means something to me. It doesn't necessarily, it's not really the Chelmsford coat of arms, it's just got the sort of design of the background there. We've got the snakes from the previous series. Obviously the snake was kind of the mascot, and George the cat, my cat. Those of you that have been around a while have seen George the cat feature in a few videos. He hasn't lately, he's always asleep or hiding down the side of the bed in the dark. He doesn't really come and see me anymore, but those of you that have been around a while will know that's the case. And I did actually tweet yesterday about the mascot. I wasn't sure whether we should keep the green snake. I've actually got another, well, it wouldn't be green, it'd be gold, but I've actually got a green snake here, a glass green snake. Obviously we had the plastic one before. This was bought for me by my nephew, and it's a strange coincidence really that he bought me a green snake. He doesn't know about Regen Rovers, I don't think. Obviously it would be black or gold if we do go with this, but I thought other options. For example, how about, you know, a golden eagle? Golden, I know they're not golden coloured, but you know, they're very fearsome, very, you know, a perfect football mascot sort of, or perfect animal to go on the crest. But then I was also thinking, I do really like birds, and I thought a gold crest or gold finch, in particularly gold crest, would be perfect. I need a picture of a gold crest just to show you. Look at that, a beautiful little gold crest. There you go. It's got the perfect top of its head as well. You know, it's a little gold. That's why it's called a gold crest with black around it. I know it's not exactly the most inspiring animal for a badge, a football badge, but maybe family-friendly club. Obviously, there's goldfinch as well, which is an option. Let's just have a look at that. That's a goldfinch, rather nice little bird. That's similar with the gold and black. That's an option as well. But yeah, golden eagle, for those of you that don't know what a golden eagle is, that's a golden eagle. Look at it. Majestic is just the perfect word to describe a golden eagle. There's also the golden tree snake, if we want to keep with the snake. Is that what it's called? Golden tree? Or was it? There was another one. There's a few. I mean, that's a gold snake, isn't it? Look at that. That is gold. And alternatively, I'll just put a picture of George the cat up now. But we could have both. This guy has got both on here, snakes and cats. I suppose a cat on its own isn't exactly the best football badge. I know some people don't like cats. You might be more of a dog person, so that's kind of splits opinion. But perhaps George could be like the mascot that occasionally comes in and has a cuddle and features in videos. And we have snakes on the crest, or we have both, or we have a gold crest or a golden eagle. I'm going to leave that up to you. Those of you designing the logos, you decide what you think is best for your particular logo, and that will kind of make the decision for me. I did have one more person that sent in a logo as well. This is from, what's his Twitter? @Hoodspacito. He sent this in, which is rather nice as well. Quite a nice simple design with a big golden snake in the middle. So those are actually options. And I will put them into the competition. If you too can send me the Photoshop files or whatever, the file that you designed this on, if you can send them to me, that would be perfect. And that's pretty much it. I know it's been a long old ramble today, but I just wanted to give you an update on Regen Rovers. I think it's important to keep you updated. But the big decisions, Regen Rovers is coming back for FM19. It's going to be based in Winchester. Haven't decided which league yet, but it could be the Vanarama National League South again. We're going to have a gold and black home kit. We're going to have probably a white, black and gold away kit. And then a green third kit, which you guys can design for me. And a new logo, which you guys can decide for me. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates via Twitter. I'll also put them in the YouTube community section on my channel. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, enjoy Football Manager. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.